Okay, so before we even get started, I always say this in my videos, when there's a name change to a movie, it's never a good sign. Okay, so this movie is now called The Nest, but originally it was called The Bewailing. I just want to show you something. Hey Siri, what is the definition of bewailing?
Bewail means express great regret, sadness, or disappointment about something.
Well, okay, I regret watching this movie because I was greatly disappointed in it. Hey guys, welcome to Happywax TV. Okay, tonight we're talking about The Nest. I'm going to try and get through this one as fast as I can because God honestly, it's not worth the time and effort to put into it. This movie is so unoriginal and so drawn out with dialogue that is just absolutely useless to this movie. Like, holy shit. You're telling me that between the director, James Suttles, and the writer, Jennifer Trudwrong, and then the 5 producers, on top of that, the actual editor of this movie, okay, so you've got 8 people involved in this movie, the making of this movie, the direction, the writing, the editing of this movie. And you're telling me that you could not find at least 10, maybe even 15 minutes you could have pulled out of this fucking movie to speed it up and keep the ball rolling? Holy shit. Listen, do yourself a favor, just watch the trailer, okay? Luckily, the trailer, I think, is only like 1 minute and 40 seconds long. But even that is terrible, the way it's edited. Everything that happens in this movie that is a key point in this movie is in the trailer. It absolutely is. Like, I can't even tell you, well, don't listen to me in this portion because it might be spoilers. Because the entirety of the movie is in the fucking trailer. There are no spoilers. If you've seen the trailer, you've seen the movie. Who fucking edited this shit? They should be ashamed of themselves. Oh, 1 hour and 40 minutes. Listen, this movie is mostly dialogue. Okay, I'm going to say it's at least 90% dialogue. All right? Probably a good 50 to 60% of that dialogue doesn't even need to be in this movie. It's just filler. Oh, God. This is a 10-minute short film that is absolutely stretched to the fucking maximum with dialogue and just go nowhere scenes that mean absolutely nothing. It's a joke. Holy fuck. 8 people, director, writer, producers, editor, and they could not trim this movie down to 1 hour 20 to 1 hour 15. And I don't care about trying to get distribution rights. Holy, what you should be caring about is people fucking, running your name through the mud or your movie through the mud because it's way too fucking long and there's really nothing in here. This is like a ripoff, sort of Invasion of the Body Snatchers. It's got the same premise. And again, with the trailer, like I've said, if you've seen the trailer, you've seen the entirety of the fucking movie. There's hardly any action in this movie at all. And you don't care about any of these characters because they're so fucking annoying. Like, I'm not saying the acting is that bad. Okay, for most of the characters are pretty good. Dee Wallace is in this movie. She's like the babysitter. And Sarah Navratil gives a good performance. She's the mom. Maple Suttles, she's Meg.
Meg! Meg! Meg, 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 Meg!
I mean, I think this might be her first role. She does a fairly good job, even though a lot of times when she's on screen and talking, you have no idea what she's saying because her lines are so mumbled. And then Kevin Patrick Harris is the father. I mean, the performances are very wooden. You know what I mean? And just lethargic. And I don't know. I didn't care about any of these fucking people. So when the infections from these creatures come, you don't give a fuck. You don't give a flying fuck about any of them. And then I guess it's supposed to be the shocking ending, which you can probably see coming, 3 miles away. you don't care. Most of you aren't even going to make it to the end of the movie. You know what I mean? And again, like I've said 3 times already, if you've seen the trailer, you've seen the movie. I'm not giving any spoilers here. This family opens up going to a yard sale. The little girl grabs a bear. The next scene is her in the woods. The bear opens up. There's this creature there, goes inside of her, and takes her body over. Okay, so then lots of dialogue later. Then we get to the next fucking scene in the trailer. The dad gets infected. Okay, lots of dialogue. Nonsensical dialogue. Then we go to the next scene in the fucking trailer. The guidance counselor gets infected by the father. Why? Because these little bugs are, I guess, eventually going to swarm and take over the planet? I don't know. Who gets infected next? Take a guess. Yep, Dee Wallace. You want to know how you know that? Because it's in the fucking trailer. And then it's an all this infection is just, and all this nonsensical dialogue and go nowhere all leads up to them infecting the mother. Why? So she can have their little baby bug eggs or whatever the fuck is hanging off her body in the last scene. Okay? Like, but you're never going to get there. Okay, I just spoiled it for you, but you're never going to get there. You're going to shut this movie off probably 20 minutes into it from fucking sheer boredom because nothing happens. Everything that happens that is any significance in this movie is in the trailer. And then fill it up with an hour and 35 minutes of fucking dialogue that goes nowhere. Oh, God. Listen, I know this movie, if I did my research and what I read correctly, this movie was made for less than $100,000. So I'll give them props for making a movie for under $100,000 if that was the actual budgeted price. But again, it all comes down to writing and, in this case, editing. Okay, the direction is okay. It's not the greatest, but it's okay. But the story is very unoriginal, and the editing in this movie is fucking terrible. If you can't pull at least 10 minutes out of this fucking movie to speed it along and jazz it up a bit, you should not be a fucking editor. Okay, and I said this at the beginning. The director, the writer, there's producers, and there's an actual editor on this film. And you're telling me that between all of you, you couldn't find 10 to 15 minutes to cut out of this film? Like, come on, man. Anyways, it's called The Nest. It used to be called The Bewailing. And yes, bewailing means a huge disappointment. And this movie was an absolute disappointment. To give it a rating, probably going to give it a 2 out of 10. Holy moly. There's a couple, like the bug scenes. I'm assuming they're real insects, and I don't know what kind they are, but those things were kind of cool. But other than that, this movie is a fucking snooze fest. So anyways, if you're having trouble sleeping, throw this flick in. I guarantee you it'd be out like a light in 15 minutes. Holy moly. But I had to sit through it for an hour 40. You won't make it till the end of the movie. You will not make it to the end. But anyways, okay guys, if you've seen it, let me know what you think. If you haven't, go check it out. You know, go throw it on. I think you can rent it for like $3 or $3.99. Throw it on for 10, 15 minutes and let me know if you make it all the way to the end. Just, you know, come back and let me know in the comments section. Holy smokes, it was a struggle for this guy. So anyways, The Nest, it's out now. Until next time, stay scared.